All I hear is talking, I don't sweat that. If they don't trust me either, I respect that. If she be down the ride, oh, I bet that. Ooh.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is JH. How are y'all doing, Postal family? Is everybody good? Is everybody cool? Are you clean? Are you crisp? Are you feeling good today? Wait, Jay, that's not what you usually say. Are you feeling airy? Let's talk. Letter carriers. Any postal worker that has to face outdoor elements, outdoor heat, outdoor cold weather, rain, thunderstorms, anything that can be detrimental to your health. Listen, enough's enough. This message will reach people because my spin on it. We spoke about a letter carrier that passed away recently because of the heat. And I'm just going to read the article and then we'll chop it up. New schedule in effect for Texas USPS mail carriers following employee death in Dallas. It is suspected that Eugene Gates' death was heat-related, but has not been confirmed. According to the NALC president, U.S. letter carriers will have a 7:30 a.m. start time effective Monday, June 26. This comes after the death of Eugene Gates. The National Association of Letter Carriers said he collapsed in Dallas when delivering mail door to door on June 20th. It's suspected that Gates' death is heat-related, but that has not been confirmed as of June 26th. Family are waiting on the autopsy to be completed. The heat index was 113 degrees that afternoon at about 3 p.m. when the incident happened. Gates' sudden passing has been directing attention to working conditions for letter carriers. The president, along with other sources, said that start times for letter carriers were originally 7:30 a.m., but it was changed to 8:30 due to a lack of clerk staffing. So because of clerks not being there, they have to wait a little longer to start. The day after Gates' death, the management agreed to resume 7:30 start time. But multiple sources confirmed it was announced Thursday morning to the letter carriers. Sources say that it was suddenly changed back to 8:30 before Saturday came around. The president spoke to journalists about the situation. Then on Sunday, the mail carriers were notified that it's going back to 7:30 and would be effective beginning Monday. This time it happened. In addition to that, this is the hard part. Lewis was told the air conditioner was broken in Gates' vehicle. She is looking into whether a ticket was filed for repairing the vehicle. Lewis said that it's the mail carrier's responsibility to make sure units are working condition. That is, I gotta watch my mouth. How many of you guys that are carriers have vehicles that are in working conditions? Seriously. I mean, I was in a LOV probably about 2 weeks ago, and I almost passed out from the fumes. That I don't know if the exhaust pipe wasn't connected correctly, but it blows in. My daughter complains about it. My son complained about it. Sister complained about it. Those fumes can kill you. Are your vehicles in working conditions? But the person said it is the mail carrier's responsibility to make sure their units are in working conditions. Now, this is what also happens. When you say, hey, this isn't working, your management turns and says, oh, well, just drive it for today. Write a ticket. Wait, if it was broken today, that means it was broken yesterday, right? Right. So when we don't have enough vehicles. That's the next excuse. We don't have enough, but we have to get this mail out. This is really angering me. Gates had been a U.S. letter carrier for almost 4 decades. Man, am I mad at the Postal Service? Yes, I'm angry. Will the mail still be there? Yes, but my husband won't. This is his wife speaking. She believes the 7:30 a.m. start time is not enough during the extreme heat of Texas summers. She said it's already hot by that time. She remembers when her husband started his shift at 6 a.m. and believes that would have been a better solution for letter carriers. Not just for the Postal Service, but for anyone that's working outside in this hot weather. It's a death trap. When asked about the start time for USPS letter carriers, the post office says they have no further information at this time. A USPS representative sent the following statement. Our carriers deliver the mail throughout the year during varying temperatures and climatic conditions. This includes during the summer months when the temperatures rise throughout the country. The safety of our employees is a top priority. Bullshit. And the Postal Service has implemented a national heat illness prevention program for all employees. Bullshit. I'm just gonna call it what it is. Somebody gonna be in the comment section. You know you can't talk about the post office negatively. Bullshit. Bullshit. You hear me? Talk about, oh, let's talk to the people and say, hey. In connection with the HIP, the Postal Service provides mandatory heat-related and other safety training and instruction to all employees and assures they have the resources. They assure they have the resources needed to do their job safely. Carriers are reminded to ensure they're hydrated, wear appropriate clothing, including hats, get in the shade when possible, and take sufficient amounts of water and ice with them throughout their routes. Carriers are further instructed to contact 911 in the event they are beginning to experience any symptoms of heat exhaustion or heat stroke, and they are provided with the information to help them identify these symptoms associated with these two forms of illnesses. Oh man, in 2003, all motor vehicles purchased by the Postal Service have been equipped with air conditioning. 34% of all current postal vehicles have air conditioning. The LOVs used by many postal services did not come equipped with air conditioning from the manufacturers and were purchased through the early 1990s. They have fans, it says. The next generation delivery vehicles will feature air conditioning amongst the features, including improved ergonomics and most advanced vehicle and safety technology and cameras and whatever. That's disgusting. That is truly disgusting. I understand that the post office is doing their best. No, they're doing something. I don't know if it's their best. Actually, it's probably not their best to make sure that people are safe. I've heard these same safety talks. Oh, make sure that this and make sure that that. Well, that's common sense. If I'm hot, yeah, get in the shade. But then what happens when you slow down? Then you get the infamous supervisor that likes to stalk you, saying that you're going too slow. Okay, my daughter is in South Florida. Well, she's in Central Florida. And the temperatures get ridiculous there. Anybody that lives in the South, anywhere from California over to Florida, hell, some other parts of the country, they're going to experience extreme temperatures. UPS is fighting for air conditions in all of their vehicles. So what's the problem with that? That's just a basic necessity because you are exerting extreme energy to perform the tasks at hand. And that's truth. I mean, if you're in and out of vehicle, you're up and down driveways, you're in and up and down staircases, and they're saying, oh, if you contact 911, how can I contact 911 if I passed out while I'm going upstairs and fall down the stairs or something? I mean, there has to be a better system of checks and balances. Let's be realistic. And I'm speaking to the people that actually watch, that have some control, that will talk to somebody else to try to get the ball rolling. Everybody should have the basic necessities. Now, if it's freezing out, hey, slow down as well. I'm just telling you what it is. That's realistic. You don't, like this lady said, the mail will still be there. Her husband won't. So there is no need to be super body Okay, Superman, woman, I had to say super body because people get offended when you say Superman. I don't know. People too sensitive. Too sensitive. But wear stuff that's going to be appropriate, obviously. I mean, you know what? I can't even sit there and give advice on this because I get in the back of a trailer. Okay, these are tin cans. That's what they are. And metal attracts heat. And inside of some of those trailers, it hits 140 degrees. It's just like the sun is just baking it. And you walk in and you just instantly start sweating. This air is stifling in the back of those things. So I understand. They're going in and out the back of their tin cans, out on the street. Suppose you're in an area that don't have no shade. I don't have the answer for this, but I'm totally disgusted by this. I'm disgusted by the response that the United States Postal Service put out towards this. Saying, well, you know, he should have put a ticket in. Come on, let's train our supervisors first and foremost to identify prior to somebody stepping out. You know what I do before I leave? Just so that I don't get caught up. I check to see if it's gonna rain. I check what the weather is. Supervisors should be doing that too, because they should know if you go on weather.com, what time of day it's either gonna rain, it's gonna be extremely hot, etc. Care about your employees. They say that the safety is priority. We know that's bullshit. Okay, so what are they supposed to be doing? They're supposed to be getting the proper training on how to address this. If you know that your specific employees are gonna be overwhelmed with work that day, you as the supervisor, as the team coach, are supposed to take some form of measures. You know what you guys can do? Instead of trying to save all that money to buy paper clips or whatever they do inside of there, because I know how that process works, why don't you have enough water inside of your building? Huh? How about ice machines inside of your building? Oh, those are too expensive? Because we got to service them. You have overpriced soda machines in there, right? Where if they want to go buy a Pepsi, it costs them $2.50. But get some ice machines in there. How about that? That way the employees can fill up their jugs and don't have to try. Some people don't have access to ice at home. Or they got to stop at the store and spend $2 a day for a bag of ice. No. Look out for your employees. Buy some water. Water, the essentials. Freeze some of them. Y'all have refrigerators and all of them things. Half of them are nasty as hell. Every morning when the supervisor come in, just throw 2-3 cases inside of it. Take a frozen water and then let your employees get their ice and go on the road. Okay? And when people say, hey, my vehicle isn't working because obviously that you don't have air conditioning yet, but the fan ain't working because there's plenty of them that don't have the fan that works. And if they say that they have the scent of carbon monoxide inside of there, take that seriously. Because that can stifle and kill you within minutes. We'll just leave your windows down. What happens when it rains? What? Come on, man. Let's be more realistic, humanistic. That's not even a word. But let's have some sympathy. Come on, man. Enough is enough. All right? Because without these foot soldiers, you chumps wouldn't have a job. And if they based your salary upon the actual production of the carriers, let me ask you something, supervisors. If you treat your employees correctly, they're gonna do what they're supposed to do to get the job done the best way they can. And there's so many aspects of treating your employees correctly. But if you treated them correctly, they'd get the job done efficiently. There wouldn't be as many call outs because they wouldn't feel like they're going to such a hostile work environment, right? But if your pay was based off of your production when it comes down to numbers, instead of drilling the numbers and the employees that work underneath you had the option to screw you, I guarantee you'd step your game up and make sure that your employees are happy. Instead of that $80,000 that you're making from sitting behind a desk, and if you knew that was in jeopardy, I guarantee you would make sure that your employees would be equipped with the tools necessary to perform their daily functions. Don't say we give them everything, they just complain about it. Shut up, you sound stupid. Shut up. You give them some scanners, the batteries are half dead. You give them vehicles, half of them break. There is not one day nationwide that those vehicles don't break down. They're back and forth. They're back and forth. It doesn't make sense. Flat tires, fans not working, electrical problems. Come on, man. You know this. And instead of the USPS being so cheap, have extra vehicles there. Oh, we're running out. Get extra vehicles. Get some extra vehicles. Rent some extra vehicles. Okay, you're the government. You don't pay for half the garbage anyway. Let's be realistic when it comes down to this. You have the power to create a better working environment for your workers. This not just only for carriers. This go for the plants too. Some of those plants don't have no air conditioning in them either. And when the air conditioners go out, they give you a fan to blow hot air around. Oh yeah, that's what I want. I want some hot air blowing around with all the dust that's never clean from the roofs. You guys ever look at the roofs? Man, they're full of spider webs and dust and caked on dirt. Yeah, we just need a fan to blow that around and blow it up in your, it's just disgusting. Create a better working environment for the postal workers. And once that's created, they'll be more willing to come to work. Once they see that their peer or their superior is doing everything in their power to help them do the job properly, they'll show up. They may not like the hard work, but they'll show up. They'll do their best that they can. But all that extra badgering, hey, we need you back here. We need you back here. We need you back here. Hurry up. How about you shut up? Send somebody else to go help them, break up some more routes, get some more employees. Oh, well, we're overstaffed. We don't have enough. I mean, we are overstaffed. We can't have any more. Well, why not? If you know that these people want to be out within 8 hours, get more people. Break the routes down, get more people. You can afford that. There are so many different options. I mean, I'm babbling because I got family that does this. And if I hear stories every day, I don't want to read a story about one of my family members having that issue. This is JH. I'm just babbling. But I know it's going to reach somebody. Guaranteed it's going to reach somebody where it needs to. All right? Y'all drop your comments below. We out.
Unexpected expenses stressing you out? Get the money you need now with Loans for Feds, a program designed specifically for federal employees. Bad credit is not a problem. Application is fast and easy with same-day approvals. Apply now.